hope you're having a fantastic week. If your week's not been great, I hope your weekend is fantastic. Today I am doing the Disney book songs tag. I was tagged by the amazing Kim Chance over on her channel. I will link to her video down below. It's brilliant. The original tag was made by Aria. I will also tag to her channel down below. I love this tag so much. I love Disney and I love books. Put them together. You can't make anything better, to be honest, in my opinion. Anyway, I'm just going to start. Number 1. A Whole New World from Aladdin. A book that made you see the world differently. And there's been a lot of these books. There's a lot of books that have changed me as a person. I think books in general have changed me as a person. But the book I have chosen for this is It Ends With Us by Colleen Hoover. This is my first Colleen Hoover book, and I have to admit I have not completely finished it yet. I am nearly finished, not quite, but I'm nearly finished. And I picked this book up because it was the book that Kim Chance put in her, for this answer, in her tag of this, and I needed to read it. I needed to find out what she was talking about. And I'm going to do the same, and I'm not really going to say much about the book because I feel like going in blind was the way to go. But the issue that is investigated and delved into in this book is so important, and it made me see the issue and the world differently because of it, and I definitely recommend it. I definitely am going to have to pick up Colleen Hoover's books now because I'm not a contemporary fan. I don't know what it is, but I have never really... I love contemporary books. They're the little happy books, but I don't automatically pick them up. If I've got another book to read, I'm definitely going to go for the other one over contemporary, but I loved this. I loved it so much. Number 2, Cruella De Vil, your favourite villain. My favourite villain has to be Sebastian from the Mortal Instruments series. Obviously City of Glass is the main one he's in, but he's in the whole series really. I love his backstory and I love him. He's just so intricate and so dark that I love it so much. And that scene in Heavenly Fire that just broke my heart. He's a little cutie, but he's also an evil bastard, so yeah. But definitely Sebastian. I couldn't really pick anyone else. He was definitely going to be my favourite villain. Number 3, I Won't Say I'm in Love from Hercules. And yes, you're all going to hate me for this one, but a book that I don't want to admit that I love. Twilight by Stephanie Meyer. I am obsessed with these books. I love them so much. They were the books that started my love for YA. They were ultimately the books that started my love for writing. So I definitely love them. I love all the characters in it. Yes, there's some issues with them, but there's issues with every book. So I love these so much. New Moon being my favourite one because we're not going to delve into it, but I am Team Jacob all the way. I know Edward is Endgame. Yes, we get that, but I'm still Team Jacob. This book was fantastic. I did cry a lot at the month's pages in it. I did cry a lot, but I'm still definitely 110% Team Jacob. Number 4, Gaston, a character you couldn't stand. I feel like I'm going to get a lot of hate for this one as well, but I have quite a large issue with Primrose from the Hunger Games. She's just... I don't really... I totally understand the sisterly love thing and Katniss having to save her sister and all that lot, but Primrose's character, it might be the films. To be honest, I think it is the Primrose in the films more than the Primrose in the book, but she's just so irritating in a way that I can't describe. She's not even in it that much, but she's just... I love these books, don't get me wrong. They are one of my favourite series and definitely my YA dystopian obsession started with the Hunger Games, and I love them so much, and I love the films, but Primrose wasn't for me, I don't think. Number 5, Part of Your World from Ariel, The Little Mermaid. A book set in a universe you wish you could live in. I feel that the obvious answer for this would be Harry Potter, so I am not going to answer Harry Potter. I am going to answer Daughter of Smoke and Bone by Laini Taylor. I am obsessed with these books. I recently read them. They are a recent read for me, but this world is so brilliant. The ideas in it are just great, and I love the fact that for once we're following the evil side of the story, because there's the chimeras and there's the angels, and we as people see angels as the good guys, but in this story we're following the chimera side, and we feel that the angels are the bad guys because we're following the chimera side, and it's great. I love the characters, I love the idea, I love everything about it, and these covers are gorgeous as well, so I couldn't go wrong. I listened to Daughter of Smoke and Bone as an audiobook, and if you haven't picked up the book or you haven't read it, I definitely recommend it as an audiobook. Number 6. A dream is a wish your heart makes. Describe what the book of your dreams would look like. Honestly, I feel that there are my dream books already out there, already out in the world. I love a lot of books, and my favourite books are already obviously exist, and I don't feel like I could write a book that I loved more than a lot of the books that I love. But I would have to say, to make my favourite book, I would smoosh together. Fantasy is my all-time favourite genre, so I'd have to smoosh together Akamath, A Court of Mist and Fury, Shadowhunters, and Six of Crows all together in one book would be mind-blowing. I would love every single second, and I would have to read it over and over and over again. Number 7. Someday My Prince Will Come. What book character would you marry if you could? This one is so easy. Rhysand from A Court of Mist and Fury. My little Rhys. I love Rhys so much. I loved him from A Court of Thorns and Roses as well. He was my favourite character in that, and I've never truly liked Tamlin, so Rhys, definitely. Rhys. I am obsessed with A Court of Mist and Fury. I'm obsessed with anything Sarah J Maas writes, but honestly, definitely Rhys. I love Feyre and Rhys. I love Rhys. I just love Rhys, okay? I'm sorry, I've said Rhys a lot. I'm gonna stop now. Number 8. Number 8. I See a Light from Tangled. A book that changed your life. And that would have to be Throne of Glass and A Court of Thorns and Roses by Sarah J Maas. I couldn't pick one of them because they both mean the world to me. I read ACOTAR when I was in a very difficult time in my life, and I picked it up out of a whim because it was signed. It was on the display in Waterstones that said signed by the author, and I was like, I don't really know Sarah J Maas. I owned the Throne of Glass books, I just hadn't read them, but I picked it up and it was signed, so I had to get it. And I was just like, I'm obsessed with books. I bought it, and I picked it up a couple of days after buying it and started reading it, and I got lost. It took me away from the world just when I needed it. The characters were there when I didn't feel that anybody else was, and Sarah's books mean so much to me. Throne of Glass I then read straight after because obviously Akamath wasn't out at that time, and I love them. Following Selena's story has just been a joy. It's been heartbreaking at times, but it has been amazing, and I cannot thank Sarah enough for her books. They've changed my life, and I don't think I would ever be the person I am today without Sarah's books. Number 9. When You Wish Upon a Star. A book that you wish you could reread for the first time. I feel bad for saying this, but it would definitely be A Throne of Glass. I love this series so much. I've just said that. So it would definitely be these. I would love to go back to the start and not know what I know now, reread them and feel the heartache, the heartbreak, the laughter, the crying, everything all over again. I think it would be fantastic. 10. I Just Can't Wait to Be King from The Lion King, a book that contains a monarchy. And there's so many of these, and I've picked 2 because why not? And that is Red Queen by Victoria Aveyard and the Selection series by Kira Cass. I have not read either of these series, don't hate me, but I will get to them eventually. I'm really excited for them. So yeah, but they contain monarchies as far as I know. So these 2. And number 11, the last question. Colours of the Wind from Pocahontas. A book with a beautiful, colourful, gorgeous cover. And I have to go with the new TMI, the Mortal Instruments covers the UK. This is only a sampler. It's not really this small because I don't have them. But these are so gorgeous. They're all a different colour. Each one is a different colour, and I love the designs. They make up a big picture on each cover, but each little big symbol is made up of loads of different little symbols, and I love them so much. I will be eventually getting them, but I own the old ones and I own the new US editions. So I think owning 3 versions is probably going to be a problem, but I'm going to do it. I don't care. I will own them. They're gorgeous and I love them so much. But there are so many other gorgeous covers out there, and I love covers. I'm a sucker for a good cover. So definitely, I love book covers are my weakness. They're my weakness because I see a good cover and I'm like, I haven't even read the blurb. I don't know the title of you, but you're a good cover, so I'm going to take you home with me. Anyway, that was all the questions in the Disney Songs book tag. Thank you for watching. I am not going to tag anyone specifically because I don't feel like I have anyone to tag specifically who hasn't already done this tag. So tag all of you that are watching this. If you have not done this tag, go and do this tag. The questions will be down below. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe on your way out. See you next week. Bye guys.